Severance, probably the greatest show on television right now, and I'm so happy it's becoming as popular as it deserves. Hello all and welcome back to the channel. Today, we will be discussing Severance and the fan theories going into episode 6. Please make sure to enjoy each theory equally. Starting off, the first theory we will go over is actually one of my own. This one isn't as out there as some of the other theories I've seen, but these were my initial thoughts after episode 5. My theory is about Mark and Helly's Audi when they had sex in the tent. I feel as if it was a little quick for Helena to just up and have sex with this guy she essentially just met. They do make it a note to show her rewinding the camera footage of her and Mark kissing, but I think it's more than just her feelings. I believe it was a part of the plan. This is also backed up by the fact that Milchek knew about it. In episode 5, he confronts Mark in the elevator about it. If this was something that Helena did on her own, she would probably be in deep doo-doo with her dad and the board. She even refers to the innies as animals. Doesn't sound like someone who willingly had sex with one openly. Throughout the entire show, Lumen keeps mentioning Mark is important for some reason. In episode 5, they mention that Mark is vital to the project they are working on, which is referred to as Cold Harbor. We go over that more in the next theory. I know Mark is important for the Cold Harbor project, but the way they talk about him, there may be more to it. I believe we saw some of that in episode 4. Helena went undercover as her innie not to get information from the group, but to reproduce with Mark. Given Mark's importance, it wouldn't surprise me if they actually planned that to happen, to breed the next CEO for Lumen. Now I'm not sure why he's so important to call for all of this, but a lot is kept a mystery in the show, so that may be revealed in the future. It does kind of make sense too when you think of Gemma's death. Lumen could have staged a car accident to fake kill Gemma, so Mark is vulnerable enough to get severed. This also causes Mark to be subconsciously lonely enough to eventually have sex with Helly. Even though Innie Mark doesn't remember Gemma or losing his wife, he still carries it beneath him. Petey even says as much in season 1 when they are talking at that restaurant. This could all just be an elaborate plan to plant the seed for the next Lumen ruler. If you have an idea on why Mark is so important, please let me know. A good theory going around is one related to eternal life or bringing back from the dead. This one explains what the Cold Harbor's purpose is. It is a revolutionary discovery used to bring those we have lost back to life. Like Gemma. Gemma did in fact die in that accident, and Lumen brought her back via the severance procedure. Innie Gemma exists, but her memories of her Audi have vanished. The MDR team is essentially sorting through her memories and rebuilding the person that was there before. The Innie is only alive until MDR finishes their work and the Audi can be reborn. This would explain the importance of the work and why Cobell is so persistent on being the supervisor of MDR. Because the work will actually change the world. The work is in fact mysterious and important. Another one closely related we will go over today. Another one that is closely related we will go over today is another one about Gemma and again, eternal life. Well, kind of. Gemma isn't actually the Gemma that died, but merely a clone. The project that Lumen is working on is a cloning project to bring people back from the dead. This can go hand in hand with the second theory, but instead of bringing people back to life, they are just recreating them. This could explain the room of goats. They were just a room full of clones of goats. This could also explain Miss Juan. Some people believe it could be Mark and Gemma's child, but I'm not so sure how that would work. Instead, it could be Gemma herself, cloned, but as a child. They already fucked with Mark enough, making him see his wife every day. Now they do it again, but with her as a child. A good way to reveal this could be something as simple as a shot of Gemma's birth certificate, or ID. They could do a shot of Mark going through her things, and we find out her maiden name was actually Juan, tying it all together. Next up, we have another one related to, yet again, eternal life. There seems to be a pattern here. Keir Egan actually achieved this by uploading his consciousness to a computer similar to the future CEOs that come after him. All the CEOs essentially live through algorithms. This also explains the revolving. When James Egan, the current CEO, is talking to Helly in the bathroom, he said,
"But one day, you will sit with me at my
revolving, referring to the essence transfer into this computer realm that they have created. This is also backed up by the fact that Kira's brother, Dieter Egan, is an anagram for AI generated. That may just be a coincidence though. I do really love this theory, because this would mean that the board is just all the previous CEOs in an AI form. This would also mean that Natalie is just the eyes and ears for the board to communicate. She is just a shell for them to live on. This theory could also explain what MDR is doing. The data they are refining has something to do with the revolving for James Egan. Another theory I am seeing going around is a lot of fun, but it's definitely not true. This theory is that the Egan family are actually aliens planning to take over the world. Kira Egan crash landed in the 1800s, and Lumen is his way of taking over the planet, by having people willingly sever their memories, and possibly making it so down the line it is normalized in most workplace environments. He could use that to control the population. If you remember in Season 1, it is mentioned that Lumen dabbles in pharmaceuticals. It would be the perfect cover for his takeover. Gain all the money and the trust of the people by making medicine, then slowly taking over the planet. It also explains why Lumen has all this crazy technology. Not only the ability to sever memories, but also scan an entire elevator for text written in any form. These are definitely beyond our current technological standard. I really don't believe this one to be true, but it's fun to discuss nonetheless. The next theory I believe is more so just true, and not so much a theory. It's that Irv's Audi is part of an anti-Lumen group, and that's why he went in as a severed worker. Irv's Audi is seen having sketchy conversations at phone booths, where the calls cannot be tracked, saying things about sending his innie a message, or saying that he got fired because they knew what he was up to. I believe he was on a phone call with someone a part of this anti-Lumen rebellion. He never started working there with good intentions. His only goal was to take down the company. He even left a note for Dylan behind the Hang In There painting, with directions to the dark elevator testing room. He even continuously paints the elevator door over and over again to imprint it into his mind. That's why his innie was having those visions in Season 1. I don't know what his full plan is. I'm not sure if he's in similar shoes with Mark and possibly trying to get someone out of there, or if he's just trying to take down Lumen in general. He must be very dedicated to the cause, working there for 3 years just to achieve his goal. This theory is all the better, knowing how pro-Lumen his innie was. He was the most on board with Lumen philosophy and propaganda. Since his innie was the firmest believer of Lumen, he fell the hardest when he learned it was all bullshit. Thank you for watching. Hopefully they give us some more information to theorize on. Leave your theories in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Peace.